I ask for the truth on behalf of Zelda Bennett concerning love, work and money. And I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the crow, the carrier of souls from darkness into light. And blessed be to the truth always. And we just grab the tarot cards here and we just move them to the side. And we'll deal out 3 cards for you there, Zelda, just to see what's going on. The 3 cards we deal are in a spread, and the spread is the past, the present and the future. So the first card, of course, is the recent past, then the present, and then, of course, finally the immediate future, just there for you. So let's deal the first card. Let's grab the first card here, pull it out, and then we'll flip it nice and slow. In the sense of the recent past is around about the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, about a moon phase behind, whereas the immediate future is a moon phase in front. And Zelda, of course, you're just in the middle right now, aren't you? Just here. Let's see where you were concerning the love and career and everything else that seems to be going through your mind right now. But of course, Crow, who is king in this deck, will focus upon what is really important concerning this issue. In your recent past, over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, let's see what vibrated. What energy has Crow got for us? What does his spirit send? What message does it send? And of course you've got there the Wheel of Fortune. In the tarot deck there are 2 decks really. There's the first 22 major arcana, and then the minor arcana of the 56 minor arcana. So of course 78 cards in total. And the Wheel of Fortune is one of the major arcana cards, one of the first 22 major esoteric tarot that existed before the minor arcana. So of course it points toward a major situation in your life, in this situation concerning what you've questioned there. Of course, in some decks the Wheel of Fortune pictures a blindfolded woman turning the wheel. She just represents time, turning the wheel, whereas you could be anywhere on that wheel. You could be at sort of 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock going on the wheel, where you could be going up to 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, sort of improving, and at the peak of your achievements at 12 o'clock, and then going down to 1 o'clock, and then coming down to 3 o'clock, and falling off at 4 and 5 o'clock there into the abyss, as if to complete one cycle. Here it just indicates that the most important thing, of course, with the major arcana energies are that you've got no power to change whatever it is, in the sense of in the recent past you had no power to change it. It was more of a permanent thing. Often the Wheel of Fortune is connected to chance, taking a chance, taking a gamble. Of course, don't take unnecessary risks, but of course on the wheel you've got the pterosaurs and the birds, as if one evolved from another, but all in time. The planets take time to go round each other, and in this sort of dream world of the Crow, where Crow is king, he indicates that of course you have the capacity to do and the capacity to change things. Nevertheless, you have but more fate than anything. But do you believe in fate, or do you believe in destiny? That's the question, isn't it? I suppose, really, in some regards, it does sort of pose more questions than answers. You come with one question and you leave with a load of more questions after the reading. But let's just see what Crow has to offer right now. What is he making you aware of right now? Let's just flip this card here. Crow himself is there, the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the fiery part of air. Swords represents the element of air. The Minor Arcana card. Now you've got a Minor Arcana energy. You've got the power to change it. The air, which is, of course, the element of air, which is creative and transmissive powers. It's knowledge, and it's the ability to communicate and transmit that knowledge that you have. Or in this particular case, it seems as though you are trying to now get a grip of the situation. I say get a grip because it's more to do with domination, more to do with mastery, mastering the situation, getting on top of things. For as much as fate had its hand, as you would say, the hand of fate, or whatever you want to call it, had its turn, and you were on the wheel, and the wheel turns. Remember, of course, the wheel does turn, and if things are, nothing is permanent. A bit like the demon of impermanence, the Buddhist demon of impermanence, isn't it? Where nothing is permanent in the sense of this too shall pass. Where the king had the ring engraved, this too shall pass. So if one is experiencing good times, don't take it for granted, this too shall pass. But of course, if one is going through bad times, this too shall pass. It won't last forever. And in that sense, it didn't last forever. Although it was a major issue in your life, and the wheel of fortune turned, may have offered opportunities, but nevertheless, it was a turn of the wheel that you had no control over. It was a cycle coming to an end. At the end of the day, right now, you are trying to dominate that, and Crow is king. Crow is there to carry you from the darkness into the light. He's there to help you heal. He's there to give you the knowledge and the power to move on. But where do you move on to, though? That's the question. Let's just get this immediate future card, as you would say, the card that represents the immediate future that Crow has given us. What sign, what magic does Crow provide you in the immediate future? Another Major Arcana card. Of course, you may not have the power to change Major Arcana energies. That's the second one you've got. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that energy is a negative one. Even the recent past may have not been a negative one. It may have been there to help you take time to think, take time to pause, and take time to breathe even. But here, of course, you have the Chariot, and the Chariot, of course, in spirit, you wear your crown. The conqueror wears his crown, and in the earthly effect is the chariot riding towards you upon the earth, the conqueror's chariot, all his achievements and things. But in this case, of course, Crow is king, and Crow is just saying that there is an entity just around the corner, in the sense of this, between now and this time next month, you will be provided a channel. You will be able to channel your energies, that which you've got domination of, that which you've been able to control and master, whatever it is, whatever skill you have that you've mastered, you will be able to channel it. And that will be the time when you can probably do something with a career or something like that. It looks as though Crow is saying, look at the career side of it. Love and money, well, money will come anyway with the career anyway, won't it? But love may come, of course, after that. We don't know. But for now, let's focus on our priorities. Let's focus on what Crow wants for you and what is there to heal you. I don't know. With Crow being an animal spirit, of course, he's one of the bird people, isn't he? And the bird people, they carry the messages from the heavens to the earth, don't they? And of course, that's why they're thought to be the guides. That's why they're thought to provide guidance. Let's see if there's any guidance from the animal spirits for you. We ask for guidance here, and we just see what guidance may be there, just to push you in the right direction, just to give you a bit of a nudge. And we say, blessed be to Raven and all the power animal spirits who guide, heal and protect. And we just pull out some cards here. Let's just see what your recent past was with that cycle of fate. Let's just see. Well, of course, Otter just indicating surrender, in the sense that really it was a time more to let go of control. That's probably why it was just a case of go by chance, or not so much gamble, but certainly let fate, let destiny take its course. Let go of control, and that's probably what you did. But now you're gaining control again. Let's see what energy is there, with the salmon just indicating really determination, in the sense you're all bent on it, and that will tie up with the fact that you're aiming to dominate the situation, get dominance of it, and master the situation, in the sense that really you know where you're going, and you will get there eventually, and that's the main thing, isn't it? Of course, with the Chariot and that entity that's been provided for you by the Spirit of Crow to heal you, how can you channel it best? How we thought by the skills and by the abilities, or by the mastery, whatever skill you mastered, you could use. Let's just see. Well, there you go. You've got Beaver just indicating productiveness. So it's more of a productiveness sort of thing then, isn't it? In the sense of just go ahead and do it. Go ahead, just do it. Get on with it and do what you feel is best. So we've gone from letting go of control, accepting that we can't rule the world, but nevertheless the determination, knowing that we will get there eventually, and of course when eventually comes in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, we can then just do it, go ahead and get on with it and do what it is we want to do. What about love and money? We keep asking the question about love and money, don't we? Money comes automatically, of course, that will be provided, no doubt, but of course, what about love? Well, won't that be provided too? We could just say, what about love? And we could just pull another card for love. Let's see what that's all about. Yes, the whale there just indicating your soul's path. He symbolises your soul's path. Because the whale is the one of the fish people, as you'd say, the water they heal, don't they? And of course, with that, he's just saying honour your soul's purpose. Whatever your purpose is, honour that. Show respect to that first of all, and then your soul will be attracted to whatever your soul is attracted to, such as, for example, another soul. With that, these cards have spoken.